This shale gas revolution has transformed our company. We are putting steel in the ground as we speak. We're nearing completion of a new production unit, and my focus right now on growth opportunities is certainly centered in the oil and gas industry and the downstream derivatives. The U.S. chemical industry is highly energy intensive. We use energy inputs, mainly natural gas and natural gas liquids, as both our major fuel source and feedstock. About 75% of the cost of producing petrochemicals and plastics is related to energy-derived raw materials. Consequently, our ability to compete in global markets is largely determined by the price and availability of natural gas and gas liquids. The consulting firm IHS forecasts that the U.S. has a 100-year supply of natural gas. This abundant and affordable supply of natural gas has transformed the U.S. chemical industry from the world's high-cost producer 5 years ago to the world's low-cost producer today. As a result, the U.S. enjoys a decisive competitive advantage in the cost of producing basic petrochemicals. For example, it costs less than $400 a ton to produce ethylene in the United States, whereas it compares to $1,000 a ton in Europe and even more in Japan. As a result of this cost advantage, dozens of companies are making plans to invest in new U.S.-based chemical production capacity. ACC estimates that more than $72 billion in new capital expenditures will be invested in the U.S. between 2012 and 2020. Roughly half of those investments will come from firms that are based outside of the U.S. The U.S. is emerging as the place to manufacture chemicals now. The supply response from shale gas will directly create tens of thousands of new jobs in the U.S. chemical industry. Policy will play an important role if we are to optimize our competitive advantage. These policies include implementing a true all-of-the-above energy policy that enables all energy sources, including energy efficiency, to fairly compete in the market. Second, we need to keep oversight of the unconventional oil and gas production in the hands of the states. In addition, we also need to expedite permitting and construction of infrastructure needed to move that gas and gas liquids to market. In closing, I want to thank the subcommittee for the opportunity to describe how abundant and affordable quantities of natural gas and natural gas liquids are creating a manufacturing renaissance in the U.S. chemical industry. In a few short years, the U.S. chemical industry has moved from an industry in contraction to an industry facing an era of unprecedented expansion. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.